Hello, my name is Caitlin Triolo, and I did my proposal on gamification. What exactly is gamification, you might ask? Well, gamification is when you take the simple elements of gameplay that are most common and you apply them to real life situations. For this proposal, I decided to gamify coffee shops on campus through the use of an entirely new training program. Instead of having uninteresting meetings where everyone is paid to basically sleep and not pay attention for up to 5 hours at a time, we can have a different kind of training program that involves gamification. Gamification would allow for creativity and bonding among employees, and also allow for information learned from these trainings to stick with new hires so that we only have to have this training once and have to have less meetings on what employees could be doing differently. So there are many benefits to implementing the gamification process. The gamification process is proven to motivate the players in the situation, which would be the employees in this case. Motivation in the workplace can be a huge problem, especially among these entry-level new hires and among these jobs that people don't really care about. With these jobs, it will create a more fun and creative workspace, and this will help with your employee satisfaction rate. When employees are satisfied, they show it. They will show it through their smile, their caring sense of nature. They will show that they actually care to be at work and they actually want to be completing the tasks on their mission to-do list. So with employee satisfaction comes naturally customer satisfaction. And with employee satisfaction rates, we see a significant decrease in turnover rates. The turnover rate for the coffee shops on campus is very high because it is one of those entry-level jobs that just people don't really think about too much as being a serious position, even though it is, and it's a really important job for the campus to have. Everyone relies on their coffee in the morning, and some of these student employees don't realize that at first. And of course, employee satisfaction will also increase their desire to be at work. The desire to be at work is everything. It will decide whether a person is late or on time to school, to work in the coffee shop, and it just decides whether they're going to have a good attitude or not when they have to come in, when they aren't usually even scheduled. So there are other people looking at gamification. I'm not just the only one looking at how cool this is. On campus alone, there are a few examples. Zeke Valkyrie is an instructor in sociology. He makes all of his intro level classes. He gamifies all of them, and this is proven to be very successful for him, and he's seen a boost in grades ever since he started doing this. Also, in the University Center of UCCS, one of the building managers, her name is Rachel Ginsberg, has gamified all of University Center's student employees. This does exclude graduate students and full-time salaried staff. So that is one downside that I also have yet to figure out how to mend in my gamification process as well. So other than that, there are some pretty big people and industries and institutions even that use gamification you probably don't even realize, like the military. The military uses this to help soldiers get ready for battle and combat, and a lot of this isn't quite as black and white as you would think it would be. So the police academy also uses gamification. Those infamous scenes where the cop is shooting at the old lady on accident instead of the perp, that's a form of gamification and one of its easiest forms. Domino's actually made a training program for its delivery people and its pizza makers so that they would learn recipes faster. Cisco also uses gamification in the training programs for their employees. Samsung actually uses a gamification kind of system for their employee, not for their employees, but for their customers actually. And Microsoft uses also for their customers in Microsoft Silverlight. So what I came up with was Coffee Crusaders. It is for a business right here on UCCS campus to help the coffee shops. And this program was designed to help the coffee shops and allow for a better work environment and just an all-around better setup for them. Coffee Crusaders is point-based. Every 200 points, you get a simple reward like a meal or a break or a free drink or something like that. And collectively, if all of the student employees get a certain amount of points, they get a party at the end of the semester celebrating them. Also, points can tell your employer that you're in this job and will help you be more eligible for promotions or pay raises. The rewards are simple like that. Missions are everyday things. You can only do up to 2 a week for fairness purposes if you work a lot. And they're just simple things like restocking soda. Monsters are different. They show up once a week. They can look like any of these cute little dudes. And they show up once a week and you have to do them. Only one person can get credit for them and you get a lot more points for these. Trello is how we keep everything organized. This is an example page. As you can see, we can have to-dos. We have a monster and 2 missions. Shift coverages, we can also take care of shift coverages in this area. And then the leaderboard. So the leaderboard is important so that you see where you're at in the game. In conclusion, I believe that gamification would be very useful to the school coffee shops, and this is what I argued for in my proposal. I'm happy to share this with you guys because it's something that I got really excited about over this course of the semester, and I really appreciated being able to research this on my own. I think gamification can really help the student managers and the student unit managers with the size of their workloads and the amount of responsibility they're given for their employees. I used to be a student manager, so I have some sort of idea on the subject in general. And I believe that work in the coffee shops could be a lot more divided and equal if the new hires remembered more of their training and were more excited to work there. It just could be so much easier on everyone. I think in the long run, gamification is the answer for a lot of big companies today, and I think there's a strong possibility that it could be very good for all of my own coworkers and workplace as well. So thanks for watching. That has been gamification. Those are my references. Thank you.